just for a little while. For now, don't look too far ahead of what you can see. Just stay in this moment. Stay with me. Stay with me. Here is the only place
Good. All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's live stream. Hey, Liddy, thanks again for letting me know about the YouTube thing and the Discord. Yeah, I figured I would just add a specific YouTube live role so that I'm not tagging everybody all the time, just for the people who normally tune into my YouTube live streams. And it's getting bigger, which is nice. But thank you for letting me know about that. Elmo Hawk, how's it going? Good to see you. Ziggy, you were watching the last stream? Oh, okay, the one we did yesterday. Okay, got it. Yep. Okay. Yeah, Ladybug, hopefully things get less strenuous on your end. It definitely sounds like it's, you know, some unfavorable things are happening right now, so hopefully that can get resolved. Same thing for you, Nikki. I know you've been going through a lot as well. So we're going to be doing some instrumental stuff today, which is pretty sweet. I'm looking forward to that. And it'll be a nice excuse to use the electric guitar and the astronomer pedal and a bunch of other stuff, so that'll be pretty cool. Hold on, let me change the music real quick. Sorry, mateys. There we go. Good. Okay. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Let me just make sure I'm all caught up with it. Did I miss anybody? Scurvy Frog. Good to see you. Let's see. We got Nikki. We got Ziggy. We got Lidybug. We got Scurvy Frog. We got Elmo Hawk. Dingus is here. Yeah. I'll be doing some testing this weekend, so hoping things will be negative, definitely. Yeah, fingers crossed. Nikki, fingers crossed. Scurvy Frog, you're asking, are we all falling apart? What, did you read the bad life advice? Or maybe the stream title. Alright. The broken calzones. Or maybe you were reading everything that Nikki and Ladybug were talking about. Okay, I think I get it now. I'm all caught up now. Okay. So, oh, Ziggy, you got a song in there. Sweet. All right. All right, then. So, shall we proceed with all the things? Yep, you guys take a look at the song list. You guys want to hear some instrumental versions of things? For sure. I'm also going to be doing some instrumental improv too, so, you know, there's going to be that happening tonight. Looking forward to that. Ladybug's like, I'm only 25, mate. My body's been falling apart for a long time. Do you know what I mean, mate? Okay, Ladybug, you didn't say it like that. Obviously. But, yeah, that is kind of inconvenient, isn't it, Ladybug? You know, you just want to chill and relax and not have a bunch of stuff like that to worry about. So kudos to you for trying to make that happen in a number of ways, because I mean, I imagine you don't want it to be like that, so. Nikki. It's probably going to be the responsible adult answer that is, no, she did not say it like that. But I'm trying to fight against it, you know? Nikki's like, Calvin, don't do this. Not to Ladybug. I've been called out. Nikki's like, I can't take any more of this nonsense. I'm calling you out now. It ends here. Ladybug, you said it. No, it's like Kratos. I'm only 25, but my body is falling apart because of Zeus. I'd rather not have my body be in pain, but imagine if I didn't, I'd be up to no good. Well, that's unfortunate that you've got to use those problems you're having with your body as the things that stop you from going crazy. You know, there could be other things. You don't want that to be the reason why you're not up to no good. Ooh. No, but I got you. Definitely not ideal to have your body be in pain like that. Who thinks you're like, remember, I'm catching wabbits. I mean, wabbits. Elma Hoggy said, was it a street performance or did the store hire you? Oh, you're talking about okay, yeah. So I was playing the farmer's market yesterday, but they normally, it's a farmer's market that happens in a big shopping center. And the shopping center has the food hall that I normally play at, the Clarksville Commons food hall. But this is a really big shopping center. So when they set me up next to a Thai place. But the Thai place didn't hire me. It was just because I was set up there. Still a part of the farmer's market. Yeah. But yeah, I've been set up in different areas around that entire shopping center for the past 8 years that I've been playing there. And I think this is probably the best spot out of all of the other spots. I feel like I have a better view of everybody in this spot. At the market, that little kid that asked you for a song to dance. Oh yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, the kid was like, can I play something? And then at first I was like, do you want to play an instrument? And then I realized he wanted me to play something so that he could dance to it. And I'm like, and then you guys saw, right? I was like, yeah, I'll play something and you can dance to it, right? And he was like, and then so he went from where I was set up. He was only a couple of feet away from me, and then he went from there to the center section of the shopping center. Because if you look at the Clarksville Commons shopping center website, you'll see that there's this giant round area, and that's generally where the vendors set up. And then they also set up on the on the other side of that round area, so that the walking area is covered. Like there's this round area, and then there's the walkway, and then over here is where more vendors set up their tents and whatnot. So as you're walking through, you have vendors on your left and on your right. And so the kid was a couple of feet away from me, and then he went from there to that big round area and just started dancing when I was playing some music. And it was a really good time. It was really cool. Really, really cool seeing that kid just get into it, you know? He was doing a bunch of like flips and running around and stuff. Really energetic kid. Elmo Hawk. Yeah. And maybe you got to deal with the woman who has that recording studio. So when I was playing, what did I play? I played Lost in the Fire. I think she ended up leaving like around the first verse before I got into the chorus. So she never got to hear the rest of the song. But she was talking about a songwriter, essentially like a songwriter circle, probably more of a more developed songwriter circle. Because I still haven't had a chance to look into it, but from what I remember, she was saying that there were a bunch of songwriters that have been, you know, working together and collabing with each other for a good while now. And yeah, it was pretty much something like that. So I gave my card to her, and did she message me? I don't know. I'll have to check. Because I think she said she was going to. Yeah. But yeah, this market, it was a good time. You know, definitely. It's always a good time at that market. You know, that's one of my. it's one of my favorite markets to play at. There's always something cool happening there. I will say, going to this market, it definitely had a different feel for me because the market manager, who I've been working with ever since I started playing at this market, she stepped down and gave the role to a new market manager who was actually working at one of the restaurants in the Clarksville Commons food hall. And she and the person who's grown into this role, she's been able to. I mean, the person who got the role, she's been growing into it, and I'm happy for her. I'm glad that it's definitely been working out in her favor. And everybody there is really nice and supportive, so they're gonna help her with things that she has questions on. And then the market manager, she came back to just talk to people and see how everything's going. But it definitely felt a little bit different now that she wasn't around. I've been used to, having her be the market manager for 8 years and stuff like that. So it's definitely some new experiences are on the way, I'm sure. It sounded like, it was, like it might be, hold on. It might be a bit of a drive. Yeah, but I'm also used to driving an hour and a half normally. Like I normally do that. So if it is about that long, then it's just going to be a normal thing for me. Because I'm driving from Maryland to Virginia all the time. Yeah. But yeah, this is a really cool market. I didn't get a chance to stream me playing at Augie's bar, because when I got there, we were trying to set up all the audio and stuff like that, and I just had to get right into it. But it was a good time. People enjoyed themselves as usual. Okay, so now oh yeah, Ladybug? Well, if I'm doing any shows out there, then yeah, feel free to come out and see me play, and you can request. I mean, you won't be able to request Trolling for Love because I most likely won't have my looper, because I'm still trying to get a little monitor for it to make it a little easier to listen to my loops. But everything else that I can play live, I'll play live. So if I ever do any gigs out in your area, then come on out. And we got Pine Cone. Can I get a heyoooo? Heyoooo! What's up, Pine Cone? Good to see you. Plenty of others to request. Absolutely. Over 800 songs. Go crazy. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? Let's rock and roll. It is go time. What do we have first? Oh, right, Ziggy's request. A horse with no name. Okay, got it. Been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. And okay. Nah. All right. Just. All right. Let me just get this real quick. Hello, this is the grocery store company that's right around the corner. So I noticed that you came in and you were shopping for some groceries, which is nice because we're a grocery store. But check this out. We have a bunch of apples that came in. We have Gaia apples that came in. We've got some sour apples. We've got some green apples. We've got all kinds of apples that came in, and I wanted to know if there were any people that you knew that wanted some apples. We have a bunch of apples. We've gotten so many apples over the past couple of months, and I noticed that you didn't have any when you last showed up here, and I wanted to help remedy that. And I also want to give some apples to people that you know. So if you come back, all you really got to do is just re-up your subscription. Yeah, I know, it's a bit strange, but if you re-up your subscription, then I can give you some more apples. Now you're asking why I need to re-up my subscription to come to this grocery store. Well, it's just something new that we've been doing, and we haven't really put it in any newsletters, or we haven't talked to any people. We haven't really done any word of mouth kind of nonsense, because it is, because we're a grocery store company. We don't believe in word of mouth. We do believe in the almighty dollar. So if you have the ability, if you aren't broke and aren't being stupid with your money, and we'll just go ahead and re-up your subscription, then I can get you guys some more apples. So come by and see us and get some more apples and spend your money and all that fun stuff. Okay, right. So first and foremost, I apologize. Normally, I should have let that one go to voicemail because Ziggy, you've got a song in the queue, and you're like, let's hear that song. But then that phone call came in. I should have let it go to voicemail, and that's on me. I apologize. I'm glad that the grocery store got their apples, but what? Why are you making me? There were so many things about that call that I have questions about. Dang it, she said, heck yeah, Calvin, take that deal. Absolutely sounds like a steal. Well, that rhymed. Not bad. Ladybug, you said, I do kind of want some apples. Yeah. Dang it, you said, I forgot to grocery shop today, and this reminded me of what I should have done. Ooh. Yeah, a lot of people are feeling called out here. Well, shout out to the grocery store for reaching out at just the right time, right? Pinecone, you said, how about them apples? You like apples? Yeah. How about them apples? Oh, yeah, Honey Crisp. Honey Crisp apples are delicious, Ladybug. They are absolutely delicious. I get those. I get the Gaia apples as well. Those are nice too. But Honey Crisp, delicious. Delicious apples. Yeah, this grocery store happened to call it just the right time, right? Just the right time to have everybody feel called out. And this grocery store really knew when to call. It's almost as if they're just kind of stalking us a little bit. That's not good. Not good at all. Pinecone, you said, I went to the grocery store yesterday, and my favorite brand of ice cream was on sale. I got 3. See, the grocery store, I guess, they not all bad things came from this. I mean, Pinecone, you were able to get some ice cream on sale probably because this grocery store called in, and maybe that was just their strange way of saying that they were responsible for you getting your ice cream that was on sale. Either that, or they're just not the best grocery store company, and you just happen to get something on sale. Two things can be true at the same time. Dingus, you said Honey Crisps are the best, especially when they end up tasting like candy. Yeah, yeah. That's why you don't want to overdo it, especially if it gets to that point. I know for me personally, I try to make sure I, you know, pace myself. Ladybug, you said, I know someone who actually thinks red delicious apples are the best, and I think they're the worst. I guess it all. maybe like, did you have them like just as is, or maybe you had them with other fruits, and you were just kind of like, maybe this is the part of the fruit medley that I don't really need. Because honestly, those are good, but I agree. I don't think they're the best, but I do think they're good. But they're not the best ones. If anything, the runner-ups to the best would be the Gaia apples. And I like Honey Crisp apples. I think they're great. But I mean, the best has to be like the best tasting apple. Honey Crisp is definitely up there. Like if I had to do like a top 5, Honey Crisp would be like number 2 or 3. Not the best. No, I agree. Yeah, they're good, but they're not. They're not the best, right? Both. Okay, Ladybug. Both. Nothing about them I enjoy. I'd rather have no apple instead of. Okay, I got you. Pinecone, you said, I don't think they have a good flavor. Yeah, I think when you compare them to like Honeycrisp or Fuji apples, yeah, or Fuji apples, then maybe the Red Delicious ones, they probably don't match up to those two. All right. Well, thank you to the grocery store for calling us and wasting our time. Cosmic Crisp? What is Cosmic Crisp? Pinecone. What? Whoa. So this, let's see. Cosmic, I'm going to read this as if Nikki Callie was reading it. All right, here we go. Cosmic Crisp is an American apple with the cultivar designation WA38, a cross between Honeycrisp and Enterprise apples. Breeding began in 1997 at Washington State University, and the apple was commercially released in 2019. The Cosmic Crisp has seen strong and growing sales since its launch. Right, Nikki? Ladybug, you said, I'm not allowed to have applesauce because it throws off my stomach and I get sick. I ate too much of it once and I got very sick. Ooh. Not ideal, Ladybug. Not ideal. 2019. Didn't know they were that new. Similar to Honeycrisp. Yeah, it does say, in the words of Nikki, the description says here, it's a cross between Honeycrisp and Enterprise apples. Yeah, Nikki, it's funny you put the monocle emoji there. Cosmic Crisp is an American apple with the cultivar designation WA38, a cross between Honeycrisp and Enterprise apples. Breeding began in 1997 at Washington State University, and the apple was commercially released in 2019. The Cosmic Crisp has seen strong and growing sales since its launch. Yeah, this is the first for me, Pinecone. I've never heard of an Enterprise apple. Or, actually, you've probably heard of them, but you said you haven't tried them. I haven't heard of them, nor have I tried them. This is new to me. Does it mean it's a hybrid? Yeah. A cross between Honeycrisp and Enterprise apples. Yeah. Hybrid apple. It's funny because one of the foods they recommend for an upset stomach is applesauce, like for the brat diet. So I kept eating it thinking it would help, but it was actually the culprit all along. Not an ideal situation. Not an ideal situation, right, Ladybug? You see, if it weren't for the grocery store calling us, we never would have gotten all this apple information. Apples here, apples there, apples everywhere. So Ziggy, maybe I shouldn't have sent that. Maybe I'm glad I didn't send that call to voicemail. We're learning a lot today. All right, here we go. We're actually going to play some music now. Actually, let's bring it up to E instead of E flat. Ladybug, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Nice, very nice. Okay. Oh, good question. Good question, Ziggy. Good question. Has a very piratey vibe to it. Yeah. You know, I wonder if somebody's made like a sea shanty version of this song. I'm curious now. Ooh. Arg, matey. No, Dingus, I would not. I would not. I appreciate I appreciate that, but I don't know if that would work out in my favor or anyone else's for that matter. I sailed across the ocean on a ship with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain until it starts raining again, and then the storm comes and wipes out my ship, and then I have to build a new camp. I think that's the sequel to A Horse with No Name, right, Pinecone? Yeah, it's got to be. Captain Cal, coming in with my cutlass and my blunderbuss and my bin, my or maybe not even that, the treasure chest. And they open up the treasure chest and it's got a bunch of apples in there. You got a bunch of Honeycrisp apples in the treasure chest. Or you've got the wrong key. You've got the wrong key, matey. You need to find the gold one. Come back with the gold key, and you'll be able to open my chest. Only then will you find the treasure, the gold. Open the chest. It's a bunch of Honeycrisp apples. Where are the gold coins? Gold coins. Oh, yes. Sorry. Lost in translation. My idea of gold is a bunch of Honeycrisp apples. That's on me. Sorry. Okay, 皆さん行きましょう. Oh, Vegas theme. Okay, hold on. I think I need to listen to this one again. Okay, hold on. Let me. Oh, because of Treasure Island, really? I wouldn't be surprised. That was a pretty big movie when it came out. Oh, okay, hold on, let's see. And then we'll go all the way to V. There we go. Let's see, info. Did I not put the link here? That's some garbaggio. I could have sworn. Oh, you know what? I did that for another VGM. Or for another video game tune. Alright, hold on. That's funny that everyone just went with it and kept going. Yeah. It would definitely change things up. It would. People would be like, wait, that's not how pirates actually talk? Matey, R. Okay. Okay, let me build this loop-de-loop. Okay. dingus. Dude, what are the odds that you showed up when we started playing the Vega theme, or when we, as we were playing the Vega theme? Not, I don't know if you showed up as soon as we started, but anyway, nice to see you. Very nice. Thummadoo, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Nice. Okay. Let us proceed with some more tunes, ladies and gentlemen. But great request there, Dingus. Great request. You win. Perfect. Hold on. Calvin, when do you think you're gonna do another live learn stream? Good question. Good question. We've still got a couple of days left in the month here. One, two. Oh, let's see. One, two, three, four. Skip. Oh, maybe. One, two, three, four. Not five, not six, 5. Okay, so we still got like 5 days left in the month to do some live learns. We could probably do some next week, or next Sunday actually. Let's see, Friday. Yeah, if we don't get to do, actually, you know what? If we don't get to do any on this Thursday, then we'll do some on Sunday. Yeah. Yeah, so if we don't do any on Thursday, you know what? Let's go for Thursday. Thursday of this week. I'm going to go ahead and mark it down now. And if that doesn't work out, then I'll let you guys know the day of. But yeah, we'll do some live runs on Thursday. And then we'll have another theme stream on Tuesday. Thummadoo, like for more challenging songs. Do you mean like songs that might have like orchestral pieces that might need to be broken down into just regular singer-songwriter tunes? Yeah, that's a tricky one. Because even if I had, let me get back to you on that one, Thummadoo, because there are a lot of video game tunes that have like big orchestral pieces, and even if I did have a little bit of time to listen to it, it might take a good amount of the stream to do. Even if I have an idea of how to do those parts, it might take a good amount of the stream to put it into the looper and stuff like that. For right now, let me just say, if we could just keep going at the regular pace that we've been taking with live learns. Sultans of Swing, and there's a great Mark Knopfler solo. I see. Yeah. Yeah, let me come back to you on that one. Yeah. But I think if we just go with the current live learn pace for right now, at least we'll be able to get more songs in the for live learn night. Because the songs you guys recommend are great, but some of them do take a while. And even if I did listen to it a day before, I guess it would kind of go against the idea of the live learn. But who knows? Things could change. But for right now, just to keep things straightforward and simple, we'll just keep going at the regular pace we've been doing with live learns. And if it's not something I can do on stream, then maybe I can try to go for another one. See. Yeah. Yeah, that would be great, actually, to post them in the music room. Yeah. Definitely a good idea. Thank you, Pycom. Okay. So we've got Skylights coming up next for Nikki, and we're gonna do an instrumental of this. Yeah, pre-learns. Yeah. Either that or a modern take of, learning a song and then making a YouTube video out of it or something. this is the 2026 edition of that. So yeah, we're gonna do an instrumental version of Skylights for Nikki Callie. Ayo. So we're gonna get into it, guys. Honestly, I think we might have done this before, but it might have been a good while since. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And we're gonna. We're. All right. Yeah. Just give me a sec. Sorry, Nikki. Hello, we're the game company from around the corner, right around the corner, you know, and we just made a new game, and we've been tuning into your YouTube live streams, and they're great, with the exception of the lackluster guitar playing and the obviously a lackluster piano playing. I could honestly play better with my eyes closed. But we made a new game and we based it off of things that you and your YouTube folks would like. Um, we we finished everything up, but the music is what we wanted to finalize. And I wanted to let you in on that because you were asking about it and you've been giving us input for the past year, actually. And we've been trying to work around those things to make sure that we don't borrow any of your ideas or anything without your consent. But we have an idea that we actually stole from you that we're okay with. So the music that you were playing in a few streams before this, I think it was your Tuesday stream, that was like an impromptu VGM suite, right? We took all of that music, just stripped it from the live stream and put it into our game, and it makes our game so much more fulfilling. You know, we've been able to get so many great reviews from it. We haven't told anybody where the music came from. We haven't mentioned who the composer was. We know it's you, but we haven't told them. And we might just use like a fake name. Why are we doing this? Well, we've been trying to find a way to get our game to really pick up traction, and this is the way. But we just wanted to let you know. We wanted to let you know that our game's doing well, and a lot of proceeds have been coming in. We've been making a lot of money off of this, so we're gonna see if we can go for the Game Awards. But big shout out to you for making the music that we stole. So take it easy, man. Thanks. All right. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Guys, am I gonna need a lawyer? Am I gonna need a lawyer for this? Because what's going on here? You guys heard all that, right? You heard everything? Yes? Am I gonna need a lawyer? What was that? So we did a stream here on Tuesday, and we were just playing. I was doing a bunch of random stuff, and it was like a random VGM suite, and so they just took all of the music from that and just stripped it from the live stream and put it in their game. What about the times where I was talking? Did they just mute my me chatting with you guys? Did they just mute all of that? Ladybug's like, lawyer up, buddy. Pinecone, you gotta love the gall, right? That they actually, yeah, they said that we actually stole from you. Just to say that outright. My goodness. Better Call Saul? No, maybe not. maybe it's better not to call Saul. Nikki, you're saying, oh, from apples to games. Yeah. Can I just play some instrumental jams? I just want to play some instrumental jams, dang it. That's all I want. Ziggy, I saw your message too soon. Don't do it, don't pick it up. Even though I kind of was curious to see what they'd say. Also, they're using my music, but they don't like the fact that they don't like my guitar playing or my piano playing. Why did they still use the music anyway? These companies, I tell you, they're just getting bolder and bolder. It's nuts. All right. Let's play some Skylights so we can get our minds off of all that nonsense. They also said that they didn't want to mention my name when it came to who made the music. They said they were going to use a fake name. A fake name, huh? Is that what we're doing? Game company? Is that what we're doing? At least they told you about it. Oh yeah, yeah. They respected me enough to tell me that they were stealing my music and putting it in their game. And they said they got a lot of proceeds and they got some good reviews. Just the gall of that company to do something like that. Unbelievable. These companies are just getting bolder and bolder, I say. Bolder and bolder, I say. They just thought of my well being, Pinecon. They thought of my well being. They just wanted me to be okay. They wanted me to be in the know, let them know what's going on. I'm like, thanks for the follow up, guys. Stealing my music, huh? I see, I see. What are you, nuts? Get out of here. Safe travels, Ladybug. Duty calls, right? birthday to your dad, Minecone. That's good stuff, man. Well, I hope he's been having a really good day so far. Oh, it actually looks like it. We had some people over after church and a good time celebrating. Okay, there you go. That's really cool. Papa Cone. Nice. Vicky. You know, I was gonna do another pirate accent, you know, but I've heard Pinecone's voice before, so I don't know if unless Papa Cone's voice is actually like that. My name is Papa Cone. My son was a pirate before he decided to play video games and play video game music. He was a pirate. My son was pretty good, but nothing like Papa Cone. Pinecone, let's do it. Let's bump it up. Bump it up, mate. Nikki, how was that? Nice and chill skylights, right? Okay, there you go. Hey, I'm actually going to hold on to that one. Hey, I'm glad, Nikki. I'm glad. Okay, 48 is also empty on the looper, right? Okay, there we go. Okay, Pinecone, you said you're going to enjoy the... You're going to lurk and listen while I get ready to go and then drive there. Okay. Oh, Nikki, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll keep an eye out if you want to hear something else. You know how it goes here. You know. It is, Nikki, yeah. really? Oh yeah, the ba ba da ba 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 da ba. Yeah, I see it. I hear it now. Critter, thank you very much for subbing to the channel. I appreciate it. Nice, very nice. Great request there, Pine Cone. Gonna switch to mobile to heat up some dinner, but still watching in chat. Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, all the food chats, they were gonna get to you eventually, Nikki. So, glad you're able to heat up some food. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Got lots of notifications on my phone right now. Lots of notifications. Okay. Okay. Ladybug, I did see you talk about popcorn in the chat. You were saying, I'm making both types of popcorn. I'll just put whatever leftovers I have in a bag for tomorrow. Oh, nice. It'll be kind of like an impromptu Garrett's popcorn mix. Oh yeah, the birthday eclair from what Pinecone was talking about. That did sound pretty good. Hey, there's Stream Elements. I guess Stream Elements has had to work extra hard recently. Yeah, so you guys have probably heard all the rumors going around about Stream Elements. I'm looking at a post right now, and it's saying that Stream Elements did. It's saying that Stream Elements. Oh, this is also from Zach Boosie, who has been keeping up to date with all the Stream Elements stuff, and also often talks about a lot of stuff in the live streaming space, generally regarding Twitch and all that stuff. Tax information in regards to Twitch and PayPal / Streamlabs, things of that nature. Yeah. But yeah, for the rumors that were going around, they were saying that Stream Elements might be shutting down just because a lot of the stuff that has been happening that's kind of just been building up. In fact, Zach was mentioning that prior to Stream Elements wanting to talk about it, Stream Elements was pretty silent on it. It says that they've been slow to pay users. They seem to have been removed from Twitch's third-party sponsorship offers. They've been soliciting donations to keep the service free. To keep their service free, and they've had numerous layoffs. And the numerous layoffs I can relate to, not in terms of like, well, I can relate, I can connect to it because there was one Factor 75 stream that I was doing, and I was getting help from one of the campaign managers who was helping me with it, and and then not too long after we did that stream, she mentioned that she was getting laid off by Stream Elements. In fact, it was a big layoff. There were a lot of people that were getting laid off from Stream Elements. You know, I've actually been thinking about that. Initially, I was gonna see if I would be able to just use Streamlabs, but and then I was also thinking about using Nightbot, but I think Nightbot is just exclusive to Twitch, right? So that might be out of it. That might be out of the question. But I've never heard of StreamerBot. I'll look into it. It's a lot more complicated to set up, but does way more stuff. Interesting. That sounds like that could come in handy. But yeah, Nikki, there's been a lot of stuff that's been happening with Stream Elements. Yeah, especially when it came to the mass layoff part. The Factor 75 stream that that I was talking about a few minutes ago. Yeah, one of the campaign managers that was helping me, she was one of the many people that got laid off. This was back in November of last year. And yeah, she really helped me out with a lot of stuff. So the stream. Oh, whoops, sorry. The stream was in July, but the notice that she was getting laid off was in November. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, and so yeah, they've been having all that stuff happen to them. Apparently, it looks like from what Zach was saying, the Stream Elements payment processor thing, SE Pay, it looks like that might also be affected too. So he was recommending moving over to an alternative like Streamlabs. I guess StreamerBot would be another one to look at. Is that relatively new, or has it been around for a while? So I've never heard of this. It does so many cool things, and my friend Jonas helped me set it up this afternoon. Okay, nice. Well, I'll check it out myself, because if that's going to give me a lot of features to work with, then but there's also going to be a bit of a learning curve. I'm okay with that, as long as I get to provide a lot of stuff for you guys. Looks like it supports a lot of platforms too. Just by looking on the main page alone, looks like it's supporting YouTube, Twitch, Kick. Oh, wait, Trovo's still on here? They might have to update this screenshot. I don't think anybody really uses Trovo. One of those little fruit fly things got in here, so I'll have to take care of that. Been around for 5 years. Okay, so this must have been around. Maybe this got really popular around the time when a lot of people started streaming because of the pandemic and stuff. The site looks great. It's got a lot of platforms on here that it can integrate with. You know, Kick, YouTube. Is that Fourth Wall? OBS, obviously. You got Trovo, Restream, Discord. What is that? Gilded? Yeah, they have a lot of platforms they can integrate on here. Shopify, huh? They have a ton of documentation on everything you can, everything you can make with it, and how to set it up. Okay, that does sound really good. Yeah, Liddy for the win. Good stuff. Thank you, Ladybug. I appreciate it. Yeah. This stream has been great. We've been learning a lot of stuff today about apples, about games, about streamer stuff. This has been a pretty awesome stream so far. You know, granted, it's because of those calls that came in and kind of ruined the pace of the stream and whatnot. But we've also been learning a lot of stuff. So I guess I don't know. Should we be thanking these calls for coming in? Pinecone, you said you're out. Okay, no problem, Pinecone. Take it easy, dude. And happy birthday to your dad again. Ladybug, in regards to StreamerBot, you're saying it's just one of those things you'll have to sit down and dedicate time to figuring out. It takes a little bit more brain power than something like Stream Elements. I see, I see. So I wonder if it's kind of like taking the approach of uh let's see, what's the name of that site? It's where you're downloading the I'm drawing a blank, but it will probably have that approach. It won't just be like a, you know, cut and paste type thing from what it sounds like, which is fine by me. Maybe it'll also allow me to try some new things on stream with you guys, just because of the resources on there. Maybe. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Okay, we've got some Super Smash Brothers Melee coming in hot for Ladybug. Oh yeah. You could. All right. Hmm. Sorry, Ladybug. Um. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Give me a quick second. Hello. We're the comic book company that's right around the corner. And we're building a new comic book, and I think that you and your YouTube folks are really going to enjoy this. Let me just make sure I'm looking at the proper information here. I don't want you guys to get confused. Okay, so the comic is going to focus on a big group of characters based off of all of your YouTube folks. I didn't include you because you kind of suck, but your YouTube community is great. So check this out. All of the people that are in this group have special, amazing, cool powers. For example, I noticed that you have a lot of people that show up: Arrera, Pigtails, Pinecone, Ziggy in Korea, Judith, Fly Asian Guy, Hailey and Nikki, Callie, the list goes on. So just to name those people alone: Arrera, Ziggy, Judith, Pinecone, Fly Asian Guy, Hailey and Nikki, Callie, all of them have special powers, right? So Hailey and Nikki's special power is to build Brussels sprouts from just the ground up, being able to use magic, maybe even alchemy, to make Brussels sprouts. Nikki Callie has the power to take those foam pieces that you see on the wall of music studios and then reshape those into weapons. Um, they're great. They're great powers. Wait, what? Yes, they are. They are great powers. Sorry, one of my coworkers thinks they suck. Don't listen to him. He's not very bright. So Arrera's power is to take the stats off of a monitor, like an HP monitor, for example, and then put them out into the real world, almost as if you're looking at a hologram, and for other people to see that information. Pinecone's power is to take GPUs and then to have broken GPUs work, but they only work for 24 hours, and then you have to come back to him and say, "Oh man, my GPU is damaged," and so he's like, "Okay, that's fine. Just give it to me, and I'll set it up again." But you have to come back every day to do it. Fly Asian Guy's power is to take a stream deck and to take a cable that's been damaged and to fix it so that it works in USB ports. So that's a pretty interesting power. Um, and then let's see. I think, did I miss anybody? I feel like I did. But we have a lot of people that have these special, really cool, amazing powers. And I think these characters would be great for a comic book. I would want to get your take because why not? Take care. Okay. if only I think he missed Ziggy's power. I don't think he mentioned a power that Ziggy had, but it probably. I mean, judging by all of the other abilities that you guys had in the call, it probably wouldn't have been very impressive. You know? Yeah, Nikki, if you take the foam pieces off the wall, then it's gonna reveal everything. But you can make a sword or a shield out of them, so that's pretty neat. You know? And then Pinecone's ability is to take GPUs that are broken and fix them, but they're only fixed for a day. It's like some planned obsolescence nonsense. Oh boy. Oh, uh-oh. I see what you mean, Nikki. Okay, hold on. I see what you mean. Uh, Wait, let's see. Can I do this? Will this work? Yeah, Nikki, I see what you mean. I'm looking at the chat here. Ooh. Ladybug's back. Ladybug's like, did you think you could ban me? I am Ladybug, son of Zeus. Uh, yeah, Nikki, I got you covered. Ladybug, welcome back. Did you really think you could get rid of me, Ladybug? Did you really think you could destroy me? Ladybug, thank you for coming back. Yeah, I hope you're well. It's all a part of our master plan, Ladybug. You think Nikki was the one who wanted to have you banned? No, 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 no. No, no, no. It was I! It was I who wanted to have you banned, Ladybug. It's all part of my master plan. But, you were able to stop my master plan, so in the end, it's an L for me. Nothing happened on my end. I must have band evaded. Ooh. Well, I mean, you were able to stop my master plan. So, you got skills. Yeah, Ladybug. Actually, when you said you'll have to try harder next time, that kind of reminds me of what they'll say in those RPGs when you're trying to do like an athletic, or you're trying to do like an event or something, and then you fail at the event, and then the person hosting it is like, "Oh, you'll have to try harder next time." Or there will be like some obstacle course you have to complete in order for you to get like some gems or something, and then you fail it, and then the person's like, I thought you were better at this. You'll have to try harder next time. Like, really? So that's how you feel? That's how you feel? Okay. Yeah, you're in a fight and you missed the quick time event. Try again next time. Yeah, Nikki, I think it makes it a little bit. It's definitely not as user friendly, the YouTube chat, when compared to the Twitch chat. So there's that. There's a button I saw in the chat here, on my end at least, where it's like unhide user on this channel. So I hit that one, and so that probably helped. I don't know if that was there before. Maybe it was, and I just never knew about it until now. Ladybug, you're like, I guess we figured out my power. Yeah. Okay, so Ladybug, you really didn't see anything happen then? You really didn't see anything happen, so it must have happened while I wasn't in chat. Oh, okay. So you're basically depriving me of the fact that I had you, that it was my master plan to have you banned. Like I can't even feel that that like you're saying, oh wow, I didn't even know, I wasn't even near the chat, so I've been deprived of that too. No, I'm joking, but glad we did get this thing situated. It's a little bit tricky with the YouTube chat because it's not as user friendly, not as optimized as the Twitch chat is in regards to this kind of stuff. But then in some cases, Twitch has kind of gone overkill with the whole moderation thing. It's like it's trying to read everybody's mind on how the best way on moderating. Just make sure that we can at least get rid of problematic people. That's all. You don't have to add all the extra stuff in there. So I guess you just have to pick your poison. And yeah, Nikki, don't even worry about it. You're good. I'm with Ladybug on this one. Probably would figure out how to blow up Calvin's channel somehow. YouTube will say, "Oh yeah, by the way, just so you know, you have 100 100 errors that need to be fixed. Until then, you can't live stream and you can't upload videos." It wasn't me. I had nothing to do with it. Okay. All right. Ladybug, to welcome you back, we are going to jam on the Super Smash Bros. Melee character select theme. Where did I have it? I think I had it here. Oh, as Bowser, huh? I think I mentioned this before, Dinkus, but I think I would remember using Link. Let's see, Link, and did I use Pikachu? Not a whole lot. I think it was Link, Falco, and I'd also use Fox as well. That's a finger workout. That tune is a finger workout, as well as Gourmet Race. That's a finger workout, especially that last part. Tricky, 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 tricky. Tricky! It's trick the rock around, let's rock around, let's right on time, it's tricky! Tricky, tricky, tricky! Huh! Ladybug, great request. Great request. Thank you for requesting this one. Okay, Koopa Beach. Okay. I think maybe it's a little lower. Ladybug, you take care. Thanks for hanging out. And congrats on stopping my master plan. See you later, Ladybug. Beat the Market, thanks so much for subbing to the channel. Thumbadoo, it's been so long since I played this level, but I wouldn't be surprised. There are some moments where it's like, if I can remember playing, and I would try to go off to the side and cut through the water, but that just slows you down. So you'd end up further behind doing that than you thought you would. It's like it just makes things worse for you. Like, no. Yeah, that's. I think I ended up going into it though instead of like jumping on it and like resetting your speed each time, and that's what slowed me down. I think there was another. Well, I wonder if there have been other moments where like people would go into the water to lead other players. Then because they'll think, oh, this is faster, but they may not know the tactic of jumping on the water. But then they're like, oh, this is slowing me down. Because they're trying to take advantage of the shortcut. Trying to take advantage of the shortcut too. But okay. Gotcha. amazing. Nice, Nikki. Okay, hold on. Vanilla Lake. That stage sounds familiar. Is that in any of the... That's not in Super Mario Kart, not in 64. I don't remember that being in Double Dash or in Mario Kart Wii. Vanilla... Wait, hold on a second. Vanilla Lake. Okay, so it was. Okay, but where? Oh my goodness, this stage! Oh, this stage sucks. I mean, I don't mean like, okay, it was, what I mean by that is, what I mean by that is, this stage was one of the toughest stages to race in, because you have the ice, and you're sliding all over the place. Oh man, this stage hurts to look at, because of all of the times I'm hitting the wall or trying to slow down so I can make those turns. This stage. Oh my goodness. And then you have the snow that'll slow you down a little bit. Yeah, tight spots. Tight spots in this stage. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm looking at the Super Mario Kart screenshots now, and there's one screenshot where Yoshi is, somebody's playing as Yoshi, and oh man, you also had those platforms that you could jump over if you're riding in the snow. My goodness. What's this, Nikki? What do I see in the queue here? Huh? Huh? All right. Let us proceed, yeah? Yeah. This stream has just been, we've been able to really get some nice instrumental jams here. So just looking forward to seeing what else we can do, you know? You snuck it in. Yeah, I was like, "Wait a minute. Hold on a second. We got elements in the queue?" Huh? Eh? I like it. All right. Well, no time to waste. Let's do this. Let's play some elements, you know? Yeah. You know what? No. No. I'm not going to pick it up this time. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. We're going to just keep on playing, and I'm not going to answer any calls, because they are calling us at an inconvenient time. We're about to start another song, and I don't feel like answering any of the calls from them, because they shouldn't be disturbing us right now. We're playing music, you know? Magic Smith, good to see you. Thanks for hopping in. All right. You know what? No. No, we're not doing this. No, 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 no. Stop calling me. I don't need to hear what you guys have to say. I don't need to hear what you guys have to say. Just go about your day. You know what I mean? I'm not picking it up. I am not doing it. We're going to focus on the stream and we're going to play some music. That's all. All right, you know what? All right, you know what? Okay. Fine. Fine. I'll answer your stupid call. Hello! So, you know that retailer that's right around the corner from you, right? Well, here we are. And we've been around for a long period of time, and this store has been passed down to so many people in our family. And this generation, we want to do something different. We've been watching your YouTube live streams, and although you can't really sing very well, your music's not very good, overall. I don't think you can play guitar very well because I know somebody who's a lot better than you, honestly. We do see the people in your community, and they're great. Aurora, Pinecone, Ziggy, Judith. The names just go on, right? So we want to make stores that are in their name. So, for example, we'll have a Pinecone store, and we'll have a Ziggy and Korea store. We'll have a Judith store. We'll have an Aurora Pigtail store. They'll be great. There have also been products that we haven't been able to sell too well, so we can probably put them in to those stores. I don't know if I can say temporarily because this, you know, we can't sell them. So what are we going to do with that stuff? Throw it away? There's still a way for us to use this. So we were thinking maybe, for example, we have a lot of basketballs. We've noticed that they haven't been inflating too well, and they've been from big name brands too. So we're thinking of putting those in the Pinecone store. We have a lot of shirts. We found that we have a lot of shirts that have had a lot of holes in them, generally around like the gut area. And so we were going to put that in the I don't know. Oh, I noticed you had another person in your streams, Fly Asian Guy. We were going to put the those shirts in the Fly Asian Guy store. We've noticed that we also haven't had a lot of we've had a lot of as seen on TV products show up in our stores, and a lot of them have been products that people have seen and have used, and the products haven't really followed through, like the Fushigi floating ball, for example. We were going to put those in the Ziggy and Korea store. So we just wanted to throw that out there. It's a new project that we're working on, and we wanted to see if you guys were okay with it. So give us a call back, and if all else fails, you can always reach us at the retail store around the corner, at retail store around the corner 69.com. Take care. I'm just gonna cut it off right there. Just gonna cut it off right there. So obviously we've got a couple of things about this call that would make somebody raise an eyebrow, myself included. For example, why are you making a set of stores with unsellable products? Does that make any sense? No. Does not make any sense at all. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing this? It doesn't add up. Nikki, I gave in. I tried to fight it. I tried to fight it. I tried to fight it. This stream was going at such a great pace, and then I just had to ruin it by picking up the call. The retailer was also saying that they wanted to have a bunch of shirts that have holes in the gut area and have those as products to sell in the Fly Asian Guy store. I don't know why. I think this person was just randomly choosing names. Like the Pinecone store would have inflated like basketballs that just wouldn't stay inflated, you know. Over the past couple of calls, I feel like Pinecone's been, yeah, without a doubt, Pinecone's definitely been getting shafted. You know, the retailer has been saying, "Oh, we want to make a store in Pinecone's name, and it has a bunch of basketballs that don't stay inflated." And then there was another call where they're talking about the comic books, and one of the characters in the comic book is Pinecone, and his power is to restore GPUs, but they only are restored for 24 hours, and then you have to reset it. It's not really making Pinecone. It's not really making it easier for him to live his life. Oh my goodness. Okay, just to step outside of that for a second. I was trying to figure out what ideas to come up with for these call-ins. And so I cleared off a couple of spaces in my looper to make sure I had at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about maybe like 8 spaces to kind of play around with and come up with some ideas. And there are some ideas that I didn't get a chance to make call-ins for. For example, this well, I have one idea. I had one idea where a hotel would call in to ask when I would come back to stay there, so that they can give the crappy room to me. And if there are any of you guys that wanted to stay at the hotel, they would give us the crappy rooms as well. I'm sorry, they give you guys the crappy rooms too. So they would ask me, hey, when you're coming back, we're gonna give you a room, and when are your YouTube people gonna be staying in the area? Because we can give them a room too. But the rooms happen to be really crappy, and customer service is garbage. So that was one idea. Another idea is a car insurance company calling to bash other car insurance companies, and then just when they make you think that they're gonna be helping you, they bash you too. So they're just burning bridges at both ends. Yeah. Another idea is the bank is gonna be calling in to set up a joint account for me and all of you guys here, but the interest rates are terrible on the accounts. Or it's terrible on the account. Like or they'll set up like a savings account, and then you may not be able to save as much money because the savings percentage isn't very high. If you have like a investment account, the interest rates aren't very good on it. Stuff like that. Yeah, Nikki, you were saying, oh yeah, not the crappy room. Yeah, exactly. You think you're getting a good room until you realize that it's actually a bad room. You think you're getting a really cool room until you realize it's a crappy room. That would make me scared to sleep in the bed. Yeah, yeah. As if people aren't already on ooh, as if they aren't already on high alert when they get a hotel room. I mean, you guys have seen all those videos where they have like the blue lights and they check the room and all that stuff. But then you also seen the videos where they have to like cover up the door, peeking the eye hole of the door, and then they check the bathroom mirrors and stuff like that. It's crazy. Granted, that's probably more in motels than hotels, but you probably have to take that mindset anywhere. So, and I had 2 other call-in ideas. One of them was a music company would call in because they want to get more instruments in their store. So they ask me and my YouTube people if they have any musical instruments to display, regardless of whether they still want the instruments or not. And then one more. A live streaming company wants to test its software, but the software is actually broken, and the people who are testing it don't find out until they actually just start messing with it. But the live stream company gaslights the people who are testing it. So I had a couple of ideas that I didn't get a chance to record. Let's see. Nikki, you were saying I don't go on vacation often at all, but when I do, I save so I can stay somewhere nice and not be afraid of sleeping. Yeah. Yeah. Because then that just makes it easier. You enjoy your experience better that way. It's like, why am I stressing out? I'm supposed to be on vacation. Okay. So, Now that that call is done and they can stop bothering us. Now we can actually get back to what matters most. La musica. Fly Asian guy in the house. How's it going? Transcending history and the world, a tale of souls and swords, eternally retold. There you go. key. You gotta love it, right? Food chats in here reign supreme, don't they? They reign supreme. there's a possibility I'm probably gonna have this baby face for quite a while. And then when I turn 99 on my 100th birthday, it's all gonna be like, you know, they're like, oh, okay. I don't know why I was thinking you were so much younger. Yep, yep, it's all gone. I think his music is what keeps him young. You know, Flying, I'd like to think that too. I think not only does music just keep my brain sharp, but it's also something that I've been wanting to do ever since I was a kid. Like I would see my dad playing music at church and then playing music across different places in Florida, like Miami Beach and Orlando and places like that. I think he's played in Orlando. Yeah, Miami Beach, but that Miami Beach for sure. And it was just so fun, you know. And then it was also a way for me to have my extracurricular, because I wasn't really a huge sports kid, you know. But I loved music, and I wanted to make this is such an important part of my life, and so it's you know my fountain of youth in certain cases. Okay, Nikki, you got it. Thanks for sticking around, and great request for elements. Fly Asian guy, you said that's what I tell people. Asians don't raise it until we do, and then we look 95 all at once. Oh no. But I have heard that before. People, they would joke about that here and there. But the thing about jokes is that you know there's some truth to it, but generally, like, a lot of them are pretty exaggerated. Um, but but it's just interesting to think about the aging process as a whole. And that's why when you guys were talking about how you guys were talking about different workout routines and whatnot, I've been focusing a lot on my upper body and stuff. So I've been lifting weights and whatnot, but my cardio is not the best. So I'm definitely trying to work on that too. But I've definitely been doing a lot more weightlifting, focusing on the biceps and triceps and all that stuff. Because I'm always sitting down, so I'm like, well, why don't I just try to lift some weights while I'm web surfing? Fly Asian guy, you said when you were a kid. So back in 3.14151926535897932238462643383279 BC. Fly Asian guy, you are correct. You are correct. I had a lot of time. The reason why the numbers of pi, I'm able to recite them pretty well, is because I've had years to practice reciting them. You know, from all the way from 3.141592653589793223846264338327327 BC all the way to 2026. I've had plenty of time to practice reciting those digits of pi. And so it's been that's also helped my brain, and it's also helped my body keep me feeling youthful. So this is a big shout out to pi, really, for just existing. Okay, why don't we do one more song? um Fly Asian guy, I don't know if you want to hear anything in particular, but I I'd love to play something for you if you have anything in mind. Otherwise, I was just gonna choose something and then we just Do some instrumental stuff over it. You were reciting pi before the creation of pi. It's almost as if I made it. It's almost as if I made the number. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff there. Finish strong. You know it, dingus. You know it. Let's rock and roll. We got this. Let's do it. It's game time. It's game. Can you guys give me a minute? You guys. I'm sorry. Hello. We're the hardware store from right around the corner. And we have some new products that are coming in. And, well, more new products, actually. We actually just got a batch of brand new stuff that came in. And so we would like to send those products to you and your YouTube folks. Now, we've been watching your YouTube live streams, and they're great, with the exception of the, stuff and all the extra music you have, plugins, they're called, for your recording software. They're not the best sounding plugins. Honestly, I could probably use those plugins with my eyes closed. You know what I mean? But we have products that we would love that you and your YouTube people to test out. Now, we've noticed that the hammers that we have been kind of dulled. But we still want to find a way to sell them. So if you guys can make a video using those things, that'd be great. We honestly have a lawnmower that doesn't really mow the lawn per se, but it looks nice. So if you can make a video of you having the lawnmower on your lawn, but you don't have to mow the lawn, it's just for the video. And then what else did we have come in? We had a bunch of like screws and bolts and washers and things, but a lot of the washers have been bent. So if you can make a video where you have like the light reflecting elsewhere but not on the washer, so that it looks like the washer is fine and not bent. And just a number of things. We'll be chatting with you and your YouTube people in the future because we have your phone numbers and emails and stuff. So we'll just reach out whenever we feel like it's the best time to do so. Probably like right after you guys get home from work and you're really tired and you just don't want to deal with anybody. Then we'll give you a buzz. See if you have made those videos yet, and maybe even give you a deadline that you may not be able to refuse too much. So yeah, just keep that in mind, and we'll chat soon. Wait, did this guy just threaten us? Because he said he would give us a deadline that we can't refuse. We can't turn it down. We can't say no to it. He says he has our phone numbers and our email addresses. Did he just threaten us, guys? Are we all gonna need lawyers? You get a lawyer, and you get a lawyer, you get a lawyer. Doesn't sound like the hardware store guy is really messing around. In fact, none of the people who have called today, Fly Asian guy, there were a lot of companies that called in today that were just wasting our time. There was a grocery store company that called in and wanted me to re-up my subscription to the grocery store so I can give you guys some apples. There was a game company that called, letting me know about an music idea they stole from me. There was a comic book company that gave, that put you all in the comic and gave you guys crappy powers. There's a retailer that called earlier that wanted to make stores in your name, guys, but the stores have the worst stuff in them, like basketballs that won't stay inflated. And now we have a call from the hardware store company that wants to beta test these new products, and they just want us to make videos of the crappy hardware products. We've been really getting some of the best calls today. Flyjack, you said, yeah, time to shout out to MC Hammer. Yeah, why didn't they just reach out to him? Hammer time. I think he was in a Was he in a Geico commercial recently? I forget. He sounds a lot like 80s store owner guy. Yeah, it might be the same person. Maybe the 80s store wasn't the best venture and he didn't make a whole lot of money from it. So now he's selling crappy hardware products like lawnmowers that don't mow lawns and bent washers. Receiving telemarketing calls again. I wonder how they got your number. I blame 80 store owner guy. Yeah, this dude had everybody's phone number or emails. He had pine cones. He had Ziggy's. He had he had everybody's. You know, and he was just charging people's accounts and stuff. These companies, they've become more and more bold as time goes on. 2026 is a crazy year, man. All these companies, they don't know what to do with themselves. Yeah, the plot thickens. Maybe the 80 store owner guy is the owner of all of these companies. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy, I say. A conspiracy. All right. But I also had a couple of ideas for call-ins that I didn't get a chance to do. With one of them being that a live streaming company wanted to test its software, and so they were contacting. They would want to contact us to test it, but it would be broken when we got it, and then they would just gaslight us into thinking that it actually works. Yeah. So there are a couple of ideas I didn't get a chance to record. Okay, right. So let me see. You know what? Let's do Summer Rain. 80 store owner is actually the CEO of Comcast. Oh my goodness. Ah, can you imagine? And then he's like, I'm gonna take all the proceeds that we're getting from all the customers that we are kind of inconveniencing at times, and we're going to compete in the King of Iron Fist Tournament 9. We're gonna compete and try to double our money. The King of Iron Fist Tournament 9. Summer Rain. Store owner guy is like, I've got a free Saturday. Let's just join the tournament. I got a free Friday. Let's do it. So, I'm gonna go ahead and say the particulars. So, big shout out to Dingus. Thanks for being here. Fly Asian Guy, thank you for being here, sir. Nikki Callie, thank you for being here. We had Ladybug here, and Pinecone was here earlier. Elmo Hawk, Ziggy was here. Wait, I said that already, right? I think I did. Oh no, wait. So, yeah. Alright, here we go. Let's just start over. Nikki Callie, Dingus, Thumbadoo, Pinecone, Ziggy, Fly Asian Guy, Ladybug, Magic Smith, Scurvy Frog, Elmo Hawk. Thank you guys for being here and hanging out with me tonight. Next stream, what's today? Sunday? Our next stream is on Tuesday. Tuesday, mate. It's on Tuesday, yeah? And we're gonna do a themed stream for that one. Probably original songs. We haven't done an original song stream in a little bit. I'll have to make a note of that. But, yep, we're streaming on Tuesday. So, it's the same time as today, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you can make it, Dingus, come on over. Oh, right. I was supposed to hydrate, wasn't I? There we go. Good. All right. Guys, I will see you on Tuesday. Y'all be well. Stay hydrated. Like me. Kind of. And, take care of yourselves. I'll see you all then. Goodbye.